Hey, ladies, if you're dealing with a man that wants to do 50-50, I think I have a good solution for you. I would look that man dead in the face and be like, okay, so you want to be roommates? That's not something I'm looking for. I take care of myself already, and
So does he. He's not looking for a child that he has to take care of.
you mean, like, no. But you want me to put out? That's not 50-50.
That's something you're supposed to mutually be interested in. It's not a gift to him.
What if I have your child? That's never going to be 50-50. Women and men are not equal.
Then have that conversation of what you guys would do while you're pregnant. And when you get to the point where you're not able to safely work, of course he might need to pay more of the bills, if not all of the bills at that time. But it doesn't need to be indefinite.
Hardest thing you can do. It is so painful. And you're continuing in this man's lineage. 50-50. I just will never understand that. The women that deal with that.
Yours as well. You realize when you have a kid, it's your kid too, right? Like both of you? It's not his kid. Not just his kid. Do people realize this? So I keep seeing these posts from women talking about how they want men who are masculine, that there's not enough masculine men out there. But they also want a man that does feminine things, one that understands about her skincare routine and maybe has his own, or a man that's willing to go to these girly movies with her, or do all these things that are traditionally feminine. Yes, people will embody a variety of personality traits. Some might be masculine, some might be feminine, but you can't expect to have a man that's your girl best friend, but also that masculine man that you're looking for. Usually both of those can't go hand in hand. So yeah, there's going to be some downsides to dating a masculine man. He's not going to be able to understand all those girly things that you like. And you have to be okay with that, because a man that's both of those things and exactly what you want probably doesn't exist. You really need to be realistic. Would you rather have a man that's more feminine, that might be able to relate to you in a lot more ways? Or do you want a man that's a little bit more masculine?
Excuse me, I really like your jacket.
Oh, thank you. I actually just got it
I
from...
just talked to a girl!
So I keep reading that a lot of women do not like men who post fish photos in their dating profile, which is so weird to me, because when I was single, I would almost always match on those guys, because a man who fishes is clearly patient, he likes the outdoors. I mean, overall it seems like a win. I did see some women commenting about that though. If they tend to be a city girl, they will swipe on by, because they know you're not compatible based on their interests. For some women, they were saying hunting photos or fishing photos were upsetting to them, and they find it gross. They would rather just see you holding maybe your fishing pole and your tackle box without a fish in your hand. Some women were complaining that they don't think it's original, like they would scroll through all these different photos and they all looked the same. They were just a different guy holding maybe a different fish. So this is things to keep in mind if you decide to post those photos. Maybe you could test out 2 different kinds of photos and see what kind of results you get.
I can't believe he's making me clear off the snow while he just sits in the car. He's the one that wants Starbucks, despite the storm warning. You know what? No, he should be doing this. Here.
And when he sees this video, he's probably going to be second guessing his decision to propose in the first place. He probably spent a lot of time picking out a ring that he thought you would love. And it's going to make him realize that nothing that he does is good enough for you.
If your man complains that you're expensive, just tell him that there are other girls out there in different price ranges and remind him that you always get what you pay for.
No, you don't. Some products out there are really expensive, but they're super low quality, and they just don't work very well. So the other day I got a question, and I figured you guys might want to hear the answer to it. A man was asking if he should unfollow some of the cosplayers that he likes to follow, or also women in general that post like thirst traps. And I would say, if you're following a lot of women in general, you should start following more men, or unfollow some of those women. Because unfortunately, a lot of women, before they even go on a date with you, they'll check your social media. If she sees you're following a lot of women, a lot of thirst trap accounts, then to her that will come off as you're desperate, or you're the type of guy that just asks out every woman. And a lot of women do not want to date men that do that. They want to feel chosen. She'll also worry that you'll end up in their DMs or you're constantly liking the photos. And she knows that will personally be an issue for her later, so she won't even bother giving you a chance at that point. That is unfortunately something to consider. I don't fully agree with it, but that's the reality of dating these days. So it's up to you if you want to modify your profile or keep it the same and find a woman that will accept you for how you already are.
People always ask me why I trust vibes more than I trust words. I'm gonna tell you right now, words don't mean shit.
He's actually right. Did you know that most communication is nonverbal? Someone's voice and their tone, along with their body language, can tell you what they're really thinking. I actually read a pretty in-depth book about this, and it actually creeps me out. I'm starting to notice things about people I've never noticed before. So if you feel like someone's vibe is off, it probably is.
Your dating app photos matter. Would you swipe right on her or her? This is the same photo, but the background really just makes this pop. Same with this one. Would you swipe right on her or her? Same photo.
Yeah, your dating photos matter, but this is terrible advice. When a photo looks fake, us ladies are more likely to swipe because there's so many options. My best advice for dating photos is to simply go out with friends or do something you enjoy and have someone take some nice pictures of you. Like if you're out hunting, or if going to bars is your thing. Try to be alone in those photos, because if some of us ladies see like a big group photo and we don't know which one you are right off the bat, we might just swipe on by. At least for your main photo. If you want your other photos to have other people, fine. Also, try to avoid having a woman in your photo, because if it's not obviously your sister, we may assume that you're married and you're looking for a third person. But don't make your photos look fake, over-filtered. Obviously, this is more common with women, but you really want the woman to get a sense that you're authentic. But quality also matters.
Like non-stop to try to get him not interested in me.
Me help. So by being dishonest with him and pretending you're obsessed with puzzles to scare him away, you're actually just gonna cause him more pain in the end. Better off just telling him nicely you're not really interested in him. If you really want to, you can think of something that you like about him and add a compliment in there. It could be like, hey, sorry, you're a really nice guy, but I'm really not interested. But you're better off just letting him know, not dragging this on any longer, because he's probably just liking you more and more, despite you actively trying to scare him away. Right? And I feel like most of us are like this. That's why we should normalize not getting gifts for everybody every single year. Instead, we could surprise our loved ones with random gifts when we feel like they need them. That's a much more authentic way of doing it anyways.